Imagine a plate divided into 1,000 tiny pieces. Each piece strays far away from the other as a result of the natural forces that increase the distance between them day by day. That plate you just imagined is nothing other than the map of the Philippines. A country split into 1,000 pieces called islands, the Philippines makes for an interesting topographical country. The Philippines is made up of 7,641 islands, and to keep all the sailing pieces of the puzzle from drifting away, the government uses the best tactic in its arsenal: bridges. Despite the sheer number of islands, only approximately 2,000 of the islands are actually inhabited. The disconnect is bridged through the variety of railway bridges the Philippines has been successful in building. Today, we dive into the game-changing modes of transportation and connectivity in the Philippines in this list of top 5 Philippines railway bridges. Number 1 on this list is the San Juanico Bridge, which is called Tulay ng San Juanico, Waray in Filipino. This bridge is part of the Pan-Philippine Highway, stretching from Samar to Leyte across the San Juanico Strait. What makes this bridge so special, you might be wondering? Well, it was constructed during the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos and was mainly funded by the Japanese Official Development Assistance loans. It's the 4th longest bridge in the Philippines, with a total length of 2.16 kilometers. That's approximately 7,100 feet. That's about 0.001 times the length of the entire equator. Now, it doesn't seem much, but when you put it into perspective just how big the Earth is, it seems significant. But the San Juanico Bridge isn't famous for its length, or that it's the 2nd longest bridge spanning a body of seawater in the Philippines. What makes this a bit more special is its backstory. You see, Marcos might have been the president of the country, but he still took his husbandly duties to heart as he built this bridge as a personal gift to his wife, Imelda. What soured the whole thing, though, was that Marcos was using public funds collected through the controversial Marcos-Japanese ODA scandal, where tons of money collected for a good social service purpose was instead used for personal gain. However, along with Marcos, his regime was ousted as well in 1986. Now, the product of that passion project was left behind in the form of the San Juanico Bridge. The bridge was inaugurated on the 2nd of July, 1973, on the birthday of Imelda, and was quickly met with criticism. Mainly, economists, the general public, and public works engineers, as well as architects, wasted no time in labeling it as a white elephant. The reason? Its average daily traffic was shockingly low to justify its construction. However, as the years have passed, the bridge has become an iconic tourist attraction. It's an attraction for a good reason, as it cost a total of about 22 million US dollars, which equaled to about 154 million pesos in the 1970s. Its journey from being called a white elephant by the former National Economic and Development Authority Deputy Director Roberto Alonso to becoming the main tourist attraction in the region as the traffic in the area increased has been an interesting one. However, in the fateful month of November 2013, the bridge was damaged at the hands of Typhoon Haiyan. Repairs to the bridge were swift, and the government wasted no time in quickly reopening it. On a more gruesome note, during the time the Philippines was under martial law, this bridge became attributed to a form of torture as it took on a gore-infused meaning in martial law slang. However, despite the unsettling reference, the bridge still stands tall today as one of the best tourist attractions in Southeast Asia. Next on this list, we have the Mactan-Mandaue Bridge. This bridge is officially known as Serging Veloso Osmeña Jr. Bridge, while also being called the first Cebu-Mactan Bridge and the first bridge amongst the locals. This feat of man-made glory is a truss bridge, and it crosses the Mactan Channel to connect the cities of Mandaue and Lapu-Lapu City in Metro Cebu. It's also part of the Big Boy Club, as it's included in one of the 3 biggest bridges that span across the Mactan Channel while connecting the islands of Cebu and Mactan. Back in 1968, there was a meeting with the Cebu Governor Rene G. Espina and some other important people who met with President Ferdinand Marcos. Their agenda was to talk about building a special bridge that would connect different places in Cebu to make it easier for people to travel. The plan was approved by the president as the construction started in 1970, and after a few years, on July 4, 1973, the bridge was finally ready. Serving as a big gateway for ships to come in and out of Cebu, it sits atop the Mactan Channel. Today, it's loved by the people of the Philippines and helps the country in many ways. On to number 3, we have the Agas-Agas Bridge. It stands proudly in southern Leyte and is renowned as the tallest bridge in the country. It towers at a height of 292 feet above the ground. This tall bridge spans the rugged terrain of the Agas-Agas River, providing a crucial connection between the municipalities of Sogot and Mahaplag. Constructed to withstand the region's topography and weather conditions, the Agas-Agas Bridge offers not only a functional transport route, but also a breathtaking scenic attraction. The Agas-Agas Bridge in particular had a lot of potential to become one of the favorite spots of the tourists. The Department of Public Works and Highways saw the high potential as well and submitted the plan to modify the bridge into a fun haven for tourists and other thrill enthusiasts to President Gloria Arroyo. Their plan was to incorporate dopamine-driving sports. That can include sports such as bungee jumping, paramotor, downhill skateboarding, zip line, rappelling, and many others. Seeing its good potential, on August 9, 2009, the President gave their confirmation to start the construction of the bungee jumping platform along the bridge. Perhaps the most fun part of the Agas-Agas Bridge is the Agas-Agas zip line, which is now known as Zipline Leyte. The zip line opened its doors, or ropes if you will, in April 2011. Being one of the longest zip lines in the country, the twin zip line stands at 880 meters or 2,890 feet, something that's enough to give people with motion sickness a run for their lives. It glides diagonally above the beautiful view of the river below it. Like the San Juanico Bridge, the Agas-Agas Bridge has become a good tourist spot in the region, attracting people from all over the world. And that's not all. The Agas-Agas Bridge has been a real booster for the economic activities and regional development in the Philippines. It not only provides a reliable transportation link between communities, but it also enhances accessibility to remote areas. This in turn has contributed to the socio-economic progress of southern Leyte and neighboring regions. A smart move by the government of the Philippines for sure. Another smart move by their government is the Marcelo Fernan Bridge. Why, you might ask? Well, it's now an icon for connectivity and progress. How so? Well, the bridge that was formerly known as the Consolacion Bridge spans across the Mactan Channel. This has helped link Cebu City to Mactan Island, boosting transportation and commerce in the region. With a total length of 1,237 meters, the Marcelo Fernan Bridge ranks as the longest cable-stayed bridge in the Philippines. Apart from its transportation use, the Marcelo Fernan Bridge is now a big part of Cebu's cultural identity and heritage, serving as a symbol of unity between Cebu City and Mactan Island. It commemorates the historical significance of the region and the legacy of former Philippine Chief Justice Marcelo Fernan, after whom the bridge was renamed. Now, bringing you to the last, but not the least part of this list, the Cebu-Cordova Link Expressway. Imagine a bridge that takes you directly across a city with no hassle. This bridge is a product of that imagination. Standing at 8.9 kilometers, it's the longest bridge in the Philippines and represents an infrastructure project that aims to revolutionize transportation. Revolutionize it did. Across the Mactan Channel, this expressway provides a direct link between mainland Cebu and the municipality of Cordova on Mactan Island. Its strategic location and modern design make it a crucial component of Cebu's transportation network, catering to the needs of residents, businesses, and tourists alike. Moreover, the bridge was designed to stimulate economic growth and development in the region by facilitating the seamless movement of goods and people. Now, it stands as one of the defining characteristics of the Philippines. These bridges are a game changer for not just the Philippines, but the whole region of Southeast Asia. Thank you for coming along on this informative journey, and make sure to like the video, as well as share and comment on it. And don't forget to subscribe. And with that, we'll see you next time.